Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, we're going to watch a late 80s horror movie that I haven't seen in a long time. It's called Death Row Game Show. Let's watch. Our movie starts with a live or die game show.
Welcome to Live or Die, the game show that gives those condemned prisoners one last chance. We'll give them 10.
He's going to be decapitated because he failed the question.
Okay.
A lot of people hate him and the show.
You are! You're the host of that indecent, inhuman, immoral, fucked up TV show!
A new contestant here.
A study of execution. That's right. A perfectly legal reprieve signed by the governor himself.
He's gonna get hanged.
Especially hand-bound and braided by our friends over at Knot Landing. And to guard against those unsightly rope burns, this...
He's on a
Since our
talk show.
show's been on the air, there's been a drop in violent crimes by 30%. Doesn't that account for anything?
And your vanity leads you to believe you're responsible? You jerk.
Time for one more call. Go ahead, please. You're on the air.
You're dead meat, Toadhead.
Who is this?
And right outside the show, a couple of thugs come after him. Back to the show.
In a moment,
If this guy gets
our
aroused,
Shallow
he
will come out
dies.
and perform the dance of the seven boners in front of you. Ready?
This is a mafia boss.
Talking show.
This is a flashback. So the actress Deborah Lamb comes out, does a dance for him to try to arouse him. He resisted, but the reason?
I'm proud of you.
Apparently he's gay. Chuck has nightmares.
You afraid of dying?
I'm afraid of death. Look, you guys have been trying to kill me for 6 months.
Don't you think it's time to call it quits?
Now are you still breathing?
A love letter?
Gloria's now being threatened too.
Flattered.
Found this in my mailbox this morning. Someone must have followed me home last night thinking I'm tied into this with you.
Like that poster behind her, Mona Lisa.
Whatever it is.
Luigi shows up.
You know how easy it is for me? I'm the best.
He brought his mom with him,
It's so easy for me. And the rest of my men can't do it.
but a mistake is made. And since she's kind of dressed like a convict,
Are you lost?
I can't find the show!
Right this way.
Luigi forces Gloria to go to dinner with him. And eventually he thinks that
Ready for the next question?
she wants to marry him.
The instant out zapper buzzer. As
This
you
guy
know,
dies.
That means we bring...
Please welcome... We can't find her number, Chuck.
No problem, Don.
So she gets put in a contest where she has to jump through some hoops of fire while carrying some gasoline cans. But
Well,
Was serious.
and then he finds out the news.
stop it, Trudy, will you? If you put her in the DLA, what the hell was she doing? Dressed as a convict on my show! Then there'll be no way for them to pin it on. Ed? Do me a favor, cue up the last 5 minutes of the show we just did.
He showed up to take a poop
Hey, don't hit. Call you bitch. Now you hiding.
and to find his mom. Instead, he sees footage of his mom blowing up.
Killed my mama. I didn't know who she was. You killed my mama. How about a free copy of the show on tape? You killed my mama. She was pretty old anyway.
They put him on the show to get rid of
What
him.
he doesn't know is that he's slowly sucking out all the oxygen from the booth as he gets the blocks assembled. So he better hurry.
And he runs out of air.
Well, it looks like our friend has run out of air.
But later on, in the meat locker where they store all the dead bodies from the show, he ain't quite dead yet. Back to the show.
or the girl?
He's been in
What will
solitary
he
confinement for
satisfy first?
15 years with no
Appetite
real
or
food.
his winky?
And what's he gonna pick? Well, kind of both.
Don't kill him.
Luigi interrupts the show.
You want to do it, huh?
Yeah, take the gun, my little hot.
He thinks they're a couple.
Stupid bitch, what on aim, man?
Hands on your head, Luigi.
Hey, Mark, in fact, man, point the toe there, not me.
He puts him in that same booth that he was in. But then a guy who always wanted to be on the show as a contestant shows up and saves the day. Chucky's made a
There's
decision.
a time in every man's life when he must make a decision. Well, I made one.
You're giving up the game show.
I'm giving up the game.
He has another entertainment career, though, with the dead bodies he has.
Hello, I'm Chuck Toadette. Are you tired of being burglarized? Try the new Electro Zappy Fest. We've been asked to show you the gripping power of the new Acme Chew Up Tree Shredder.
I'm afraid of no one.
Alright, let's talk about this movie. Death Row Game Show. Obviously, I think this came out in 1988. I believe, obviously, clearly this was a kind of a ripoff of The Running Man, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Same kind of concept where we have criminals competing on a game show for your entertainment where they could possibly die. And quite often, in fact, I think everybody died on this show. I don't think any of them got away. And it's done for some comedic appeal as well. The character here, Chuck Toadette, played by, I think his name is John McCafferty or something like that. He's actually does quite a good job in this movie, too. Incidentally, he went on to do some Emmanuel movies, some of the Emmanuel 2000 movies with Holly Sampson, which I have not reviewed yet, believe it or not. Anyway, the movie itself, it's a very short movie, 80 minutes long, but it's rather enjoyable. It's I don't know if it falls quite into the horror genre because it's... there's a lot of comedy thrown in, and it seems like they were having a fun time making this. There's a few nude scenes thrown in, and obviously there's some violence. I don't know if there was any gore, though. Definitely people died. Even the guy who got decapitated, we don't really see his head come off, but we know that he is dead. And, of course, the woman, the mama, blew up. We have Luigi. He died. He got shot. But, yeah, was there any blood in this movie? I don't know if I recall any. I had this movie on a VHS tape. I taped it on EP speed, late 80s, early, yeah, it's probably like 89 or so is when I taped it. I can't remember if I got it off of television or if I rented it and copied it. I think it was off on one of the cable channels, actually. Never watched it. I ended up watching it years later when I retaped it or re-required it. And the only thing I can remember about it, obviously I knew the concept of the show, but all I can remember was that at the end, that I'm afraid of no one. I have been repeating that line over and over for years. It's one of those things that just stays with me. I couldn't really remember anything else about the show, but I remembered that line, which is why I showed it to you there, too. So, anyway, this is a brand new DVD Blu-ray combo here. It's actually pretty well done. You can see it's got both of them there. Vinegar Syndrome put this out, and I think they put it out not too long ago, actually. Maybe in the last 3 months or so, 3-4 months. Actually, maybe 6 months. I don't know. I think it was 2017 whenever this came out. There's a lot of extras on here. There's a trailer. There's some audio commentary, some interviews, like a documentary. There's all kinds of stuff. A couple of short films from the director, a guy named Mark Pirro. He has a short film called Buns for 1978. And for 1979, The Spy Who Did It Better, which is kind of a spoof on James Bond. So I kind of briefly skimmed that a little bit, but really I can't say I watched them fully. So anyway, check it out. It's Vinegar Syndrome. They did a great job with this Blu-ray. Vinegar Syndrome, always, as always, fantastic stuff here. I don't know where they're pulling these relics out of. And all the extras for Death Row Game Show. It's hard to believe there's even that material out there, but nonetheless, it's all here. So check it out. Great job, Vinegar Syndrome. I highly recommend this. Go buy this movie. You want it in your collection because it's fun. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. We'll talk about it. It's called Death Row Game Show.